This is Overtime, a live series brought to you by Lynx and War Room Media, where we talk about basically anything we want. And here are your hosts, Greg Williams and Ryan Ray. Logan and Jake are pretty famous, YouTube stars there, and got millions of followers around the world. And I mean, I think our complete following is smaller than their Instagram following. And I mean, we're only 350,000. I mean, that's a drop in the bucket for Jake Paul. But like they said, one of the commentators, I can't remember which one of the commentators said that Jake Paul talks a dump truck full of trash. It's the boy talks trash. But here we'll play the clip, and I think he I think he backed it up. Oh. Look, that wasn't a hard one. But listen to Snoop though. I mean, I have laughed. I'm laughing now just thinking about it.
This next scene is rated immature.
So, this clip is from Concepts, but you hear a little bit of chatter in the background, but still, here it is. Here's the big one.
My got dirty.
Okay. He laid like I mean, my comment was his feet were side by side like two baby pigs in the yard, and they were not moving for minutes. I thought the guy was completely gone. I mean, he was. And when they said he looked like he needed medical attention, I was like, I thought the guy was in a bind for sure.
I thought going into this fight that Nate was going to take him. If you go back and watch NBA scraps,
I did too, man.
Nate was game to throw in the NBA. Like, he was not seen. You can see that clip there. He's coming forward. It's not like he's scared. He's not a good boxer.
The problem is he was coming forward with his head. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's not.
But look, I mean, after the fight, even with Jake Paul calling out Conor McGregor, it's kind of like, yeah, the boy wants to fight, but I don't know if he's to that level yet or not. I mean,
well, I think so. There's two things, right? So there's the money side and then there's the skill side. So obviously Conor McGregor wasn't skilled enough to fight Floyd Mayweather, but the money side made sense. I don't know if Jake Paul has the money side. To me, Jake Paul knock out Nate Robinson. His fans would pay for him to fight Conor. I don't know how many Conor fans would pay to see that, because you're paying to see, what's going to happen. Conor's going to go in there and murk him. Well, Jake Paul is probably a pretty big guy, because I don't know if Conor's big enough to fight him. How big is Jake? Because he looks pretty big in that clip there.
I'd have to go back and look, but he was the heavier of the two here. Yeah.
Let's see here. I think so he's 6'1". And so I don't know if Conor height and weight. Let's see here, 6'1". Oh gracious, I can't see it. 181 pounds. So Conor fights 155, 170. So Conor could fight him. Conor beat him, but I just I don't think there's really the money side of that. Do you? Do you think a lot of people would pay to see that?
I mean, the thing about him calling out Conor McGregor is Dana White's not going to let Conor McGregor walk again for into something like that for a long time, because I mean, when Conor did the fight with Floyd there, he didn't fight again in MMA or with Dana White for almost a year.
Right.
So he was basically, was probably behind the scenes that said, hey, Dana said, you want to do this? Well, you have to take a year off from us to get back in the ring or get back in the octagon. So yeah, so there was a large time frame there, and that was obviously the money that Conor got out of that fight with Floyd. Stood the test of time over the year there that he was away from that. But I can guarantee there were some other things in the background there, and Dana White wasn't real pleased about it. But
yeah, well, the Paul guys are good promoters, so you
totally.
Chael Sonnen, he always would call out guys well above his fighting level, and he got a lot of big fights for that. So you call out Conor McGregor, you're not going to fight Conor, but you'll get someone. And the trick for the Paul guys is to fight someone who can't fight. That's the thing, because they're not okay. A real boxer would murk them, But against these guys who can't box, they can do okay and they can win fights. And so they seem to be tough guys to get in there and throw hands. And so if they can just kind of find these other kind of old celebrities or quasi celebrities, go in there, knock them out.
It's entertainment, man. It's entertainment.
Right.
I mean, I didn't hear any of them calling out Tyson Fury or any of those guys. So
yeah, they're not calling out Lomachenko.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, it's about entertainment. I was entertained. It was, and I mean, and I was thinking, okay, so the pay-per-view was, $50. And I mean, but I mean, I watched all the rounds. I watched every fight that was there. I was entertained the entire time. And it took me back to, whenever I was, 15, 16 years old, whenever we were, HBO Sports were doing these with these guys, and I mean, it was just, you had everybody in the room and it was just the anticipation and, Triller and Tyson give a little bit of that value back, so even just pulling that back from my memories, it was worth it,
Oh yeah. It was a good show.
Over here to Mr. Pete. Have some comments on this one, Brian?
When you look at the Biden administration and, I made my stance clear on Biden and Trump, I think, in my newsletter. If not, I can make it here. But I think what?
No, I was thinking about getting another one of those nasty grams. I was thinking about the unsubscribe button.
If you voted for Biden, so part of why Trump won was people were tired of the Obama being the empty platitudes, placating to you, things are going to get better, and they're really not. That's why part of why Trump won. By the end of 2016, people felt like the things weren't getting better for them. If you supported Biden and you thought that we were going back to something better, then maybe you enjoyed the Obama years. And if you did, good for you. But Mayor Pete, Janet Yellen, all these appointments are not, we are literally going back to the Obama administration. Now, you might like that. That might be good for you. But I don't think that's exactly what Biden was pitching himself as, is going back to the Obama administration. He was pitching himself as bringing stability.
I definitely agree with you there.
And so Mayor Pete, the question is, I don't know much about Mayor Pete, but what is his connection with China other than, he was in the Navy for a little while. I don't understand, you can be very critical of a lot of Trump's foreign appointments. I don't know. Does he have a connection here that you know about that would make him the person for this job?
I'm not aware of any other thing. Deeper ties into the Democratic Party there that would raise him up to that level. But this guy is, has said before, if I'm not mistaken, I could be corrected later on, but he wants to make a presidential run in his future. This
last one he couldn't beat Biden out. Yeah. So I just think that, so let me explain this. I'm not saying that Mayor Pete isn't qualified because of credentials I don't know about. He might be a very sharp cat. He might know all this stuff. I have a feeling though that how they're going to cover the China coverage moving forward with Mayor Pete, with Biden, will be different than how they have under Trump. I think Biden will handle it somewhat differently as well. But I just know that there's a lot of people that follow China that have put forth names of potential good ambassadors to China. Mayor Pete was never one on that list. And so I just found it really odd that of all the people, he got that. And the final thing I say is, did Mayor Pete jump out? Did he drop out on Super Tuesday?
I'm not sure.
Because if you go back to Super Tuesday, put my tinfoil hat on here. All of the Democrat contenders that were challenging Biden dropped out on Super Tuesday, which left Warren and Bernie, which were going to split the votes. And so I've wondered if this is kind of like the payback, like, hey, you dropped out, and so we're going to go ahead and throw you some posts, or you'll go live in Beijing for a little while.
Comment here real quick from Vincent. Pull it up there. Said, swallow hard to be good at Chinese checkers by now.
We kind of found out who the intern is. Like, that's still bugging me.
Everyone, who is the intern?
Yeah. So Mayor Pete, Klobuchar, and Steyer all dropped out right before Super Tuesday. So
he's a really young guy too.
Yeah. Hey, nothing against young guys.
No, nothing either. But me either. But I'm just talking about the, comparing it to. Bush doing the same job versus Pete doing the same 2024 job. Olympics held in Paris. Going to be held in. So, do you have a guess on what the new sporting event that's going to be announced for the 2024 Olympics?
Is it live streaming?
No. It's going to be breakdancing. Breakdancing will make its Olympic debut at the 2024 Paris Games.
Is this The Onion? Did you go The Onion or the Babylon Bee? Are you playing with me here?
This is CBS News. Now, it's become an official Olympic sport as of this past Monday. The International Olympic Committee pursuit of urban events to lure younger audience saw street dance battles officially added to the medal event program at the 2024 Paris Games.
Let me just can I make a prediction here, Greg?
Hold on. I got a better one here.
Oh, go ahead. Go, please. Sorry.
Yeah, Vincent says he wished it was beer pong instead of breakdancing. So
that would be better.
I agree. Go ahead. Prediction.
I don't know who's going to try out for these Olympic Games. Who's going to represent the USA? I have no idea. However,
Dennis Rodman.
Whoever you are, let me warn you now. If you go out for the Olympic breakdance gold medal, whoever you are, be prepared for 40,000 TikTokers to crush your dance performance every day and mock you without mercy. So, like, TikTok will just kill them.
It's going to be trending. It's going to be trending for 3 months. So.
I mean, what it'll be is you'll have the gold medal breakdancer, and then you'll have some TikToker destroying that dance 100 times better. And you're like, oh, so this. I mean, it should be an Olympic sport to begin with, but I'm just assuming that TikTokers are like, oh, okay, here we go. This is our chance. Like, we're gonna show you up, and so. Yeah, I think that if you're going after this gold medal, be prepared. If you're running the 100-meter dash, there's no one on social media who's going to show you up. If you're wrestling, you're boxing, no one's going to show you up. You go to breakdance, the TikTokers will come out in force and just embarrass you with their dance skills. So it's
smashing. It would be they'll be doing what they call a duet right next to you.
Yeah,
just
tear your pieces. So good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, I agree. So whoever they find sounds like they need to go to TikTok to find this guy.
Well, why would you? Yeah, that's the question. Could you get TikTokers to actually come off their platform where they're making probably millions of dollars and go compete for free as $1
million TikTokers?
I don't know what they're making. I have no idea.
Based Innovex Downhole Solutions says it was recently denied an order of jackets. The North Face, popular outdoor recreation company, because they are in the oil and gas business.
This tweet out a few days ago, the first to encourage them to fully embrace their new anti-oil and gas agenda. There are Amish communities all around the U.S. we can plug them into. Maybe they can go kill ox and sell like ox coats or sheepskin coats. I don't know. I will personally drive them in a horse and buggy to the nearest Amish community of their choosing, so that they can live out their life in perpetuity. We talk about getting net zero. Well, we're going to make North Face net zero in the realest way. We're going to put them on an Amish life, and they're going to be out there living, it's going to be hard to make sales without plastics and computers. It's going to be hard to make products. Oh, we don't want to support oil and gas companies. Like, okay, well then great. Let's just go all in, because when you buy our plastics and stuff, you're supporting oil and gas companies.
I'll just be straight up, Ryan. North Face never made anything that I could wear any damn way. That's right, James. Yep. Whenever I have to go shopping, I have to go look for tents. That's correct.
I look for the tarpaulin.
Right. And my tents that I wear are made out of oil and gas. So
absolutely,
it's like you're not cool if you're not net zero these days, though. So the newest one is the Pope. I got two things here. I'm probably going to piss a couple of people off here, but number one, I mean the history. The Vatican has a lot of borrowed items over its hundreds of years from Rome. They probably should think about maybe giving some of that back as a nice gesture. So that's number one. Number two is there hasn't been a lot of good public news about anything to do with diocese, Vatican, Catholics, the whole nine yards for the last 10, 15 years. I think it has a something to do with the problem in some of the churches with the younger children being abused. So that's number 2. So what are they going to eat after they stop having beef? Because obviously they emit CO2 as you're farming them, but I assume they'll plant some more trees. But you can only plant so many trees on the 5x5 there they got.
I'm curious to see with the church what they do the next step, because this message of net carbon zero and stuff, that is one of the most elitist things that you can talk about. Go down to an emerging market where there's a lot of Catholics in Brazil, in Honduras, in Nicaragua, South America, a lot of Catholics down there. They
big polluters that weren't invited to the G20.
Yes. They
Like
just paycheck to paycheck, and they ain't got a paycheck. So, this is, to me, this virtue signaling, and I wonder if long term, if stuff like this will actually lose if the papal credibility will diminish, because people are like, net zero, what does that even mean? I'm just trying to freaking eat here today, man. I'm starving. Why don't you send some of that Vatican? Why don't you, as you say, give back some of that Vatican stuff and give me some food? That'll.
I'm gonna just quote this little girl right here.
This is bullshit.
What is it?
This is bullshit.
I just think it's bullshit.
I'm drinking this coffee here. In the future, I might just adopt whatever time zone you're on and drink accordingly to your time zone.
Bro, that's 10 o'clock in the morning there. That's hardcore there. That's back to college days there for you, isn't it?
I'm just saying, like, I'm sitting here, I was drinking coffee, you're drinking Jack and Coke, and I'm like, well, wait. This is, I just need to be on his time zone.
I'm actually thinking about doing Jack at every show. I'm going to see how this one goes before the end.
Okay. Well, the Eagle's Nest, the bald eagles.
I think maybe whenever I was a child.
You've never watched? Okay. Never?
I'm from Louisiana. We didn't even have TV till I was like 14. Share your bald eagle story, Ryan.
That I enjoy from time to time watching the bald eagles, in their nest. God, I hate you so bad. You've never seen the bald eagle camera live? Like, seriously?
No, man.
I'm going to put this in here, and I know the nest is empty.
Oh, you're talking about a live video.
Yes.
You sat and watched a whole live video of an empty nest of. What did you do while there was nothing going on with the nest? It sounds invigorating.
I hate you. God.
Is it only like one nest, or is there like a duplex nest? Is there do they have, when it gets a little bit older, do they come back and have like joined nests or?
Okay, next. These nests are all empty. I put a couple live streams and all of them are empty now.
Now,
oh, this makes my heart glad.
The roster was released this past Monday, right? So, and did you know that there was not one single Dallas player on it?
I did not until you brought this up, and
not one single player. And you know how many years it's been since they've not had one on the Pro Bowl? 31 years, right here in front of me. So.
If Dak Prescott doesn't get hurt, he probably makes the Pro Bowl because he was having a very, very good year to start off. But that is sad that you only got one guy for the Cowboys, America's team, and you can't get one guy on the Pro Bowl. Okay, so I love this story. This is the kind of stories we need more often. Uplift, fearful Christmas stories like this.
In overtime, a live series brought to you by Lynx and War Room Media. Your hosts have been Greg Williams and Ryan Ray. For sponsorship opportunities, send us an email at info@riglinks.com. Tune in next Thursday at 10 a.m. CST for another live episode.